lot of times people will show you pictures. Like I tell people, okay, show me a picture of what you want. And then it has not even close to the hair.
I've been doing this for a long time, but still.
And you're a master colorist.
Yeah, I'm a master.
I'm certification you got.
I'm an American board.
And that's okay. And guess what? We're not genies. We don't go blink. Your hair is great. Listen, it takes, I always say 3 times. It's corrective color. You need to fill this hair. It'll be so muddy if she put just that straight color on.
Like red flag was that she showed me 2 completely different pictures. One with highlights, one completely dark all the way through. So I was asking her like, what specifically about this picture you like?
Hey guys, Coach Kimmy here, and this is Roro and Mary Beth. So this is Coach's Corner, okay? This is the end of the day, a Saturday, and we just want to be real with you and share with you what goes on sometimes with, a clients and a hairstylist and different situations that happen that we can change. So Roro, why don't you tell them and start with like what happened?
So I had this new client that came in. She had gone to her old hairdresser for like 4 years. The last time she had gone, her hair got completely fried off. So then she came here. First, I gave her a haircut 2 days ago. She loved it. So she came back and booked her color. I told her to come with pictures because I don't want to just go off of what I think.
And also, let me just interrupt. Roro is a stylist for how long now? You've been like on the floor, just starting to get on the floor.
Yeah, rising.
She's a rising stylist, right? How long have you been an assistant?
4 years.
4 years. And guess what? She did her dues. And trust me, she has learned and learned and learned. And she's went to how many classes? Like we do about 12 to 15 to sometimes 20 a year of classes. That means like one every 2 months, because there's 12. So, you could do a lot of classes. So you grow, and she has done them, and she's done a lot of work. You got to put the work into it to get as good as you are. However, she forgot to tell you the girl's hair was as light as mine with roots that were a level 7 ash?
7 ash.
Ash.
Like it almost looked like
about 2.5 inches, right? Yeah, because we were all I was kind of part of it. I got pulled in a little bit, but yeah.
Probably like
Okay, so that's how long she let it grow out. Now she has that much of her own root, and then all of this blonde on here. Now Mary Beth is a stylist for how long?
Yeah, and I've been a stylist for like 45 years. Hate to admit it, but I've been, and I still have moments. I had somebody last week that I did some blonde. I wasn't thrilled with it. I asked her to come back. She came back this week. I've been doing this for a long time, but still.
And you're a master colorist.
Yeah, and I'm a master.
What's the certification you got?
I'm an American board certified master colorist. So even so, we're presented with things, and although her hair looked great, and Kimmy actually said when she walked in today, "Wow, your hair looks terrific," but it's not exactly what she wanted, and I knew I could get her there, but I didn't get her there last week, so I had to do a redo.
And that's okay. And guess what? We're not genies. We don't go blink. Your hair is great. Listen, it takes, I always say 3 times. So Roro is so smart because, go ahead, share your journey now. So
you pulled a couple of other people in too.
She gave her a great consultation, like A+. So go ahead, tell them about your consultation.
So I had her show me the pictures. The first red flag was that she showed me 2 completely different pictures. One with highlights, one completely dark all the way through. So I was asking her what specifically about this picture you like. And I was like, do you still want blonde pieces in there? Because then I would have to pick pieces out. And she's just like, no. And I was like, okay, what if I put low lights of your natural color just so you have a few pieces so it's not all drastic? No. Okay, you want to be all one color? Yes, I want all one color. Okay, so I used the level, I matched her roots. She's a 7-8. I pulled L even before I mixed
Now listen, this is the important part. Now Elle is a really excellent colorist as well. So she was smart enough to say, you know what? Teamwork makes the dream work. She's a new rising stylist. She's not an expert at it. And even if you're a hairstylist for a long time, it's corrective color. You need to fill this hair. It'll be so muddy if she put just that straight color on. So she gets another colorist who's awesome, Elle, and then Elle teaches her and tells her how to fill that hair. And then she brought Mary Beth in the conversation, another hairstylist who's an expert. So why did you do that? That was such an A+. And I'm so proud of her. To me, that's an A+. She did everything today as an A+, even though it hurt that the woman didn't like it. Because first of all, when I did my hair dark, I hated my hair. And 5 days later, after I went dark, I put a cap through my head and pulled all the hair back through my hair and went blonde. So It's scary when somebody blonde wants to go back dark, their own color. They don't even realize you haven't seen your own color for such a long time. And it's a very scary thing. So she was trying to say, like, I don't know if you should do that. You're showing me a picture with highlights in there.
Right, that makes me think like, oh, you're gonna want to go back blonde eventually. But she was so certain, like, I'm not putting bleach on my head anymore, never again, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. But just like these certain words she was saying was like, okay, she's not super confident in what she wants. So I need to pull somebody else in here so that I don't turn her to a level 6 and then I'm screwed because it's too dark and she doesn't like it, you know?
And listen, just that's such a great assistant, right? A rising stylist of like, she's so educated that she did all the right things.
Right.
Like,
I knew I had to fill it, but, you know.
And tell them what you filled it with. Like, this was so good, too.
I filled her with
Shade DQ.
Shade DQ 8GG, that's gold. A tiny bit of 8C, and I think 8GW.
8WG.
WG.
Yeah.
Yes. And
On the white hair, all this blonde.
on
So
her
this one,
blonde, yeah.
And
it turns
it
like
really resisted it too, right? Because
and
it was so
not even
overporous,
like I thought it was
didn't
gonna
even
be
wanna
orange.
hold on, go ahead. You explain.
Well, one of the things is when somebody's hair is so damaged, because we have 3 layers of hair, right? So you have your cuticle, your cortex where the color relies, and then there's the medulla. If your hair gets so damaged, it hit the medulla. The medulla, when it's hit there, your hair won't even absorb color anymore.
That means it went like this.
It will not hold the color.
It's hollow.
It's hollow.
Do you understand? It's a hollow piece of hair.
It's damaged. It has to be cut off, really.
Right.
So this is what she's dealing with, right?
So she did it. Go ahead. You put that.
So I thought it was gonna be, like, it looked good. Obviously, Shade DQ looks a little different than, you know, when you take it off. So I thought it was gonna be more orange than it did, but it was really just like a
still gold.
It was almost like this, maybe a little more golden.
So maybe you should have left it in
So maybe I should have either did another same
gold
thing, but
I
I just
probably put a little more red in there too. So, and let me tell you, neutral, I tell everybody, a neutral is your 3 primary colors, an equal amount of each one that makes you neutral.
Makes
a
it
0.
brown.
Okay,
Like
it gives you a perfect neutral. That's why they have 7/0 or 7-0. Anything with a 0 is always their 3 primary colors.
An N.
Yeah, or an N. So that's important for you to know, because if she would have just put that on hair just like this, like let's just say she had color touch, which is a semi-permanent color, which is important to know too, right? She didn't use a permanent color because you don't want to put ammonia on fried hair. It's not going to work. So if she would have put that straight 0 on there too, it would have been muddy. That's a good word for it, because there's no luster and warmth in the hair anymore. You need back those colors, all right? So that's why she needs to put back gold and probably a little red in there, so that when you put the brown on there, it's a pretty color.
And she did. She used the 8C.
Yeah, right.
Which was a copper. She did put that little bit in there.
I think that's what made her root warm. That's C.
Of course.
Because I probably went up a little too far.
A little too high.
But
because then she put the, go ahead, then you put
then
a
I put
7, 8 color touch.
Equal parts 7 and 8 and 6 volume, double 6. I put that on. You could see it changing from here and here, from like this much of her ends. It's still this exact same color, that yellowy color from Shade DQ. I was like, oh shoot.
That's where a lot of the damage
So
was.
I pulled L over again, just to look at it. I was telling her, like, some people like it a little bit lighter, like it's a nice like mirage. So I was like, let me just blow out your front piece and see if you like it, because some people would rather have lighter.
We do that kind of service here.
Yeah. So I blew out a piece. She's nope, I don't want that. I don't want that. It's too light.
Dark, right?
I was like, okay, that's easy. I can bring you back to the sink and do another glaze. So I did another glaze. I did a 7-0 color set. Still, like, it picked up a lot more, but her ends were not picking it up at all. No matter how long I left it on for, no matter how many times I put glazes on, it wasn't budging.
Now remember why? Because the hair is hollow. There's nothing that could attach to the cuticle of the hair. So like if that much was damaged, that whole piece is hollow and it's not gonna grab the color, just so you know. So that's why it's so important to take care of your hair. And even if she had blonde, she should have been doing Olaplexes, or I don't really like Olaplex, but I love Formula 18 masks.
Right.
It's
she
like
did buy that too.
You should do it.
Good. Yes. The first time she came, I was like, you need this product. And I could feel it. Like, it felt a little better today. Obviously,
but it's
not
only 2 days ago. Right. Because she
obviously
just got
not,
it.
you know.
Yeah, you do that for a couple
like,
weeks.
her ends were like that, like like that front, like you could just see it.
Yeah.
This is what it is. It's Formula 18.
pH
And
balancing.
it's a pH
Magical.
balancer. It will strengthen your
Literally
hair.
magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, Formula 18.
Now, this is the other thing. So look at that, a 4.0 to 4.5. Now listen, what's your perfect pH in your hair? 4.5 to 5.5 is the perfect pH. Now I want you to think of a pool. 6.7 is the pH for a pool. And if you're too acid, it gets green and murky and yucky. So do you understand? You really need your hair to be a perfect pH. That's why it's important. We even have shampoo and conditioner as well, luxury, that all of Formula 18 has pH. And there's a leave-in conditioner that you spray too, that is from Formula 18. And trust me, you can't put that pH on there unless it's absolute. That's why a lot of other, color lines, shampoos and conditioners don't put it on because they can't, but they put it on. And I love even their leave-in conditioner is 3.5 to 4.5, so it brings you back.
Yeah.
Right.
So
tightens that cuticle nice and tight, so it makes it healthy and strong.
Exactly. So we just wanted to share with you today that there's no such thing as like instant, you have to take care of your hair.
It is a miracle product for sure.
That's the only miracle.
And so, listen, Roro was a little devastated, right?
Yeah.
Was it hurtful?
Yeah, I probably just kept like thinking in my head like, oh, you could have done better, but there really wasn't anything I could have done better.
Right.
And
She's not a genie.
I just kept replaying the moment in my head where she said, I don't really like it. And that's what made me like,
But you see how good she is that she cares.
She cares,
right?
that's
But
it.
we're not genies. We can't go blink. Sure, you can have whatever you want. Because listen, a lot of times people will show you pictures. Like I tell people, okay, show me a picture of what you want. And then it has not even close to the hair, like cuticle, like it's like thick hair, and they have like thin hair, or somebody has super fine hair and then they have super thick hair and they show me somebody with fine hair. It's like you got to texturize that hair and make it so much more thinned out, right? So you always want, if you're this is good for a customer, okay, or for a hairstylist. If you have a customer, you always say to them, look for pictures of hair that's like yours.
Right.
That's the goal, like your hair.
Right.
I should have said that.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what, too? I had somebody also that I did an 80s haircut on, and I know that she showed me a picture. So it wasn't really the 80s haircut. She showed me a picture of what she wanted, but she says, but I want it longer. Now, her hair was probably a little longer than mine. And look how long my hair is going. I took hair vitamins. I took the Hair Plus. I love it. I have it on my Amazon. My link in my bio, I think on my TikTok, Coach Kimmy. But those hair vitamins work great. I had a flipped up, Lisa Rinna haircut. Just so you know.
Short.
Yeah, it was short. But listen, I take care of my hair. You gotta take care of you have to earn the health of your hair. It's not just given if you want to be blonde. Listen, the one thing I can't do anymore, like Mary Beth has natural curls in her hair. I would love to get a perm right now, but guess what? If I got a perm, what would happen?
Right.
Damage your hair.
Damage. Oh, yeah.
I have frizz. Just because I'm a hairstylist doesn't mean I can do whatever I want to my hair and it's gonna be fine.
There's still rules.
Yeah, like there's rules, there's laws that we have to follow and abide by of color. And the law of too much stuff being done to hair, it's gonna fry that hair. So I could get a body weave and I maybe have to cut maybe a little more than 2 inches off my hair. But after time, it's more and more like just dried out. So I'm thinking I want length more than I want curl. So we always have to compromise.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
And just like Mary Beth with that client, she had her come back to fix it and do it. And, the lady was so thankful.
Yeah.
She could have left it, but she wanted to make sure. And that's the thing.
I called her. She didn't even call me. As soon as I got home that night, I said, I just didn't nail it. And it bothered me because I really I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So, all right. So I called her and then she was willing to come back.
So tell us the circumstance, the situation, a quick little brief recap of what happened.
All right, so even
She gets
before
highlights. She's a blonde.
all right, so I give her a very like Nordic blonde, very
Explain what that
snowy.
means, yeah.
So and when you think of somebody from the Nordic countries, right? They're very blonde and blue-eyed, and their blonde is so blonde, like really the blondest you could be. That's what she likes, and I usually do that. But unfortunately, this summer I had an accident. I broke something in my body, and so I was out for a long time. So she had been getting some glazes. So the glazes fade out, and they don't just wash out. There's a residue left behind.
And there's a little warmth in there from a glaze.
So I had never seen that before. Whenever I did her highlights, so I asked her. I said, "Did you have low lights or something?" No. So there was a question mark in my head about that anyway. So after I did all the highlighting, it was it just didn't look right. It was too much warmth. There was
other pieces where the glaze was that she didn't foil because she didn't want to foil the whole every single strand.
Right.
But she probably should have did some more chunk pieces so those pieces were super fine where you still could see them. And that's what she didn't like.
I didn't like it. And then when I reached out to her first, then the feedback to me within the hour was like, yeah, it is kind of like yellow. And I said, she goes, I don't know why. And I said, basically it was those glazes that just faded out and what have you, and it got in the way. And in any case, so I did ask her to come back. She came back this morning.
And we'll show you a picture of it too. It looks stunning.
Oh, it looks stunning.
She was runaway,
so
beautiful
happy
blonde.
When I tell you how happy. And let me tell you, it was a little tedious because I had to be careful of not pulling the other blonde pieces, the highlights that I did last week. I had to like weave, very detailed those yellow pieces. And I used a very low volume developer, 2 different ones because without getting into the technical part, but it preserved her hair.
Yes.
Minimal. I mean, maybe like this much of breakage. I mean, like teeny bit of some hair that got released, which I was very happy about. I did prep her hair with a particular protection before I even did it. Any case, she was so happy. She said it over and over before she walked out. She said, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I was like, yeah. I like hearing that. I do, because when you hear somebody who does it, who's like, it hurts. It hurts our hearts because we really do our very best. And let me tell you something. We just got voted last week the #1 salon in all of Monmouth County. How do you like that? So that just goes to show you just how much we care about hair and really want to. We have it. Our banners and we love to give you beautiful hair, and we really do.
Yeah.
And we do our very best to do it, and it affects us when a client says, I'm not sure. Now, let me just say, this client that she, really worked so hard today with, would you believe she's coming back in 3 weeks? So as much as she said, I'm not really that crazy about it, she booked another appointment because what was told to her is this is not going to happen in one visit. Sometimes it happens in 2 or 3 visits.
Correct, especially corrective color.
Yes.
And this is the other thing, a blonde like me, when I went dark, it's scary. So even though she says I want it dark, our front desk, Renee, she actually was pretty blonde like me, but listen, her hair, her natural level is like a 4-5, and it would take hours to get her hair so light, but it was a lot of cost and damage to her hair. And she was like, I'm just sick of it, I'm tired, but she used to have dark hair, and she loved it, like a level 4, and rich, but she was so certain that she wanted that. Right. After 2 years of us doing her blonde, she knew without a shadow of doubt. And then she sent me pictures of her dark. So she was getting her really ready invested. For it. And guess what? She was super invested. And even when we did, she's like, I want to even be a little darker, because we were a little afraid to go that dark right away. But then she went darker, and now her hair is stunning, beautiful. So
shiny, healthy.
Not many people can do that. I'm just going to tell you. More not if you're a blonde for quite some time. Yeah. So just so you know, I think Roro really did an A+. So I want to give her a round of applause.
Yay! We love Rhoda.
She's a hard worker, and she is diligent to follow through. She's diligent to look at her work to see, can I make it better? What can I do? And that's our goal, right? We're not genies. It takes about 3 times to get your hair perfect. You got to learn somebody's hair. You don't know how thick the cuticle is. You don't know if it's going to take well to lightener or not, or to color, So just so you know, we love to give you beautiful hair, and we love to be teamwork, because then you have more collaboration on somebody's hair. So we just want to share this with you guys. We love you. We hope you have a great day.
Have a great day.
Bless you all. Bye.
Bye.